Hello, people. So I have just spent about a half hour trying to get my video equipment up and running, and I just decided that I'm just going to throw this one together because I owe you a check-in, and this is officially day two. I'll turn off the mic that was not working. I am not on my phone. I'm just using my computer at this point. So day two. Much like day one, I found myself opening my phone. I'm sorry if you're new here. My name is Jen. I am now it has officially been 48 hours, I believe. Yes, 48 hours since I took Instagram and Facebook off my phone. I do have access on my computer, and the rules around this are that I will only access on my computer in my office when I'm sitting down to do work. And so I did that yesterday. Yesterday, I came to my office. I think it was just twice. One time was extended. And here's the funny thing, because it's not the same type of infinite scroll. It just feels different, and I don't know why. I didn't find myself on my phone for that long at all. It was really surprising. Like, not on my phone, I'm sorry, on my computer. When I'm sitting on my computer, even when I was going to Instagram on my computer or going to Facebook Marketplace on my computer, because like I said, that's probably the thing that I'm going to miss the most. I really wasn't on it for that long. The attraction it really just wasn't there. This morning is the first time I really felt an internal difference. And so it took about 2 days for me to really notice. Now, I get up in the morning. I think I'm a good subject for this kind of test because even when I had access on my phone, I used the Be Present app, and I would get up in the morning, I would meditate, a journal, I'd do affirmations, I'd do visualization. I try to get in a form of exercise. I read and I like journal and stuff like that. So I have a pretty steady morning routine that I try my best to do every day, which means that I try to cultivate how my mind works every morning. I try to attack the morning with a win rather than just be subjected to whatever social media feeds me. And I'm not always perfect. And I noticed in the past that before I had controls on social media by using the Be Present app to keep my social media off until 9:30 in the morning, that I could very easily get lost in social media. And when I'm getting up at 3:45 in the morning on my training days to get my morning routine done before I go to the gym so I could get to work on time, if I wind up getting derailed and going to social media, that'll eat up easily 15 to 40 minutes of time before I even realize it. So the one app I do have access to on my phone that I use because I do guided meditations or affirmations or stuff like that on there is YouTube. YouTube, I can run into the similar issues where if I look at I have a fascination with tiny houses. So if I see a new tiny house tour, if I click on it, that's going to be unless I play it at double speed, easily 20 minutes, that'll eat into my morning routine. So I do my best not to do that and go straight to the meditation and affirmations, visualizations that I do in the morning. But this morning was probably the first time I woke up and I didn't feel anxious. That says a lot. I didn't feel anxiety. I didn't feel anxious. I didn't wake up with a little bit of fear. I didn't wake up wanting to immediately check and see what's happening in the world via Instagram, which is not going to be that accurate anyway. So I've already been on my Instagram. I didn't even check Facebook yet, on my computer right now doing this recording. And I don't have a desire to really hang out there. The only things I have anxiety or anxiousness about is I have a work week coming up where I have a lot of stuff I need to accomplish for the next couple weeks. Even during summer, shocker, teachers do work, and I have quite a bit of stuff in front of me that I need to take care of. So that's the only thing that I'm feeling like a little bit anxious about. But here's the thing that I was thinking about in my morning writing when I was doing my journaling was I am a full-grown adult who is a well-adjusted adult who pays attention to her internal environment. And I take the time to cultivate that in the morning before I go about my day. My kids are not, right? And my kids, I screen limit my daughter. I don't screen limit my son. He's an adult now. Like, I've got no business doing that. But it makes me think about them. Like, I have tools. I have tools that I could use or choose not to use. And I have perspective and experience behind me that lets me know that I am not a victim of the feelings that I'm feeling or the anxiety that I'm feeling or what's going on in the world. I can proactively attack those things by shifting my own mindset. But our kids don't have that. Now, maybe your kids do if you have kids, or maybe your students do if you have students. Who knows? But I think mostly our Gen Zers and our alphas don't have that skill of discernment because they don't have that perspective. Like, I remember the peace and quiet of waking up on a Saturday morning, and the only thing I was anxious to get to was Saturday morning cartoons and Kung Fu theater. Like, that was it. And now there's so much stuff being pushed to kids. So it definitely gives me pause for the mental health of kids. And I want to make this very clear. My argument is not screen time. My argument is social media, and it's social media algorithms, to be specific. I personally think that we need to start some kind of movement that asks for some kind of off switch or kill switch for social media. I'm not social media, for algorithms. Social media is not going away. There's so many things, like where the cat is out of the bag, it's not coming back in the bag. It's a booming business, and social media is one of those things. Instagram, Facebook, both owned by Meta, they're ingrained into popular culture globally. They're not going anywhere. But I wonder if there's a world where we can demand a version or an option to turn off algorithms, or the algorithms that feed content, the recommendation engines. Because back in the day, we had to seek out our content. We used hashtags. We found our community that way. It wasn't like we were taking a drink from, like, trying to take a sip out of a fire hydrant of content that was constantly being pushed to us. So these are the things that just give me pause and are making me think today. What would it be like if we had social media going back to, I don't know, when things first started rolling out, like when Snapchat first came out? Still wasn't a fan of it back then. Not really a fan of it now, just because I just don't live there, but I know plenty of adults do. But what if we went back to just being able to find the stuff we wanted rather than having the stuff these companies want to push to us because they want to keep us engaged? If we had the option of just seeking what we wanted, hopefully we would find what we wanted and just keep moving and eventually find our way off the app. Once we have that destination, find those creators, the streamers, the YouTubers, or the channels that you like to get to, and then you watch what you watch, and there's nothing recommended after. That would be so interesting, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's my food for thought right now. So we're 48 hours in. I am beginning to feel the benefits. I still miss it on my phone. It's challenging to make myself come here, and knowing that I'm going to do these videos to whomever is watching is making me stay honest. I want it back on my phone. I want them both back on my phone. I do miss them. But it's funny, when I'm sitting in front of my computer, it's not the satisfying hit that I would have off my phone. So just definitely stuff that makes me think. Anyway, I have a lot of stuff going on today. And here's the other thing. I'm going to a concert later today. And this is the first time that I'm not going to be taking pictures and video and immediately putting it on Facebook or Instagram like I always did. I'm going to be forced to be like present and watch, not with a screen in front of my face. Not that I always try to take in those moments anyway, but already thinking about this concert that I'm going to, I'm already thinking about, wow, this is going to be weird because I'm not going to be posting pictures immediately. everyone's not going to know where I am immediately. And that's so funny that I find that strange now. Anyway, if you caught up on the other two videos, thank you for watching, and I'll keep you posted.